After hitting Legend and unlocking 40 extra badge upgrades, my Giannis Antetokounmpo build is an absolute demigod in NBA 2K20. I always say it's impossible to create these great NBA players. 2K just doesn't give us all the things we need to actually create a Kevin Durant or a Giannis or a LeBron, but we can get as close as possible. Unlocking 40 extra badge upgrades opens up a whole world of possibilities when it comes to builds, and specifically great NBA player builds. My Giannis build was already a demigod. He was a beast. But adding 40 extra badges not only just makes him so much better, but makes him even more like Giannis. So check out this build, man. I want to break down the whole Legend build for you guys, and then we'll get into some gameplay, all right? So 99 overall Giannis. Let's just refresh you on the attributes. You know what I mean? The physicals are all really well balanced and good. The defense is great. Pretty good playmaking, great finishing, and then the only thing is obviously the shooting is too low. And, well, I'll talk about it later on how if I was thinking about remaking the build because now that I'm at Legend, it's a whole new ball game. But even just the way it is, it's still a really good Giannis build. So listen, 30 finishing, 11 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 26 defense. Crazy amounts of badge upgrades, obviously. But look at what we're doing with the finishing. So we got all the important inside finishing badges. Yes. Now, I put on post badges because, you know, every once in a while Giannis goes into the post. But, I mean, you can put it on putback boss, relentless finisher, whatever you want to do. But just in case I get a little guy on me, I like to go into the post every once in a while. So we're going back down and drop stepper. Now, I only had one shooting badge because I barely upgraded any shooting. But this is the one thing I would change if I was going to remake the build. Instead of putting as much playmaking, I would upgrade the three-pointer. So my three-pointer would be in the 50s. But even with the badges I have now, at least I can shoot mid-range pretty well. Playmaking. Now, if you were running twos, I would say run this badge setup. This is where this build will thrive, though. Taking it to the threes and playing as the center with all these playmaking badges, very similar to Giannis. Get the defensive rebound, go coast to coast, cause problems. You can run downhill on gold and break starter on gold to go along with still having quick first step, unpluckable, all that type of stuff. I would take off flashy, put it on downhill, break starter, needle threader, post spin, quick first step, unpluckable. Ridiculous amounts of playmaking badges for a build playing as the big man on the threes court. But since we're going to be playing on the twos, we're going to go lob city passer just in case we need to throw a lob, and then flashy passer because that gives my teammate a ton of takeover if I throw him a flashy pass. Last thing, and this is another area that was great to get the plus 10 badges, was the defense. I only had 16 defensive badges, and I say only because this was a Giannis build. Giannis is arguably the best defensive player in the league. And now with 26, I mean, look, we got clamps, intimidator, rim protector, worm, pogo stick, like inside defending badges, outside defending badges, ridiculous amount of defending badges. Like I said, if I could remake him and not have to grind everything out, and I might just do it anyways just because I'm interested to see, instead of having 19 playmaking, I'd probably tone it down to maybe like 13 or 15. And I would upgrade the three-pointer all the way to, I think the max it could go is like a 53 or 54 three-pointer. And I'd be able to shoot with that with 11 shooting badges, you know, range extender, quick draw, all that type of stuff. So, listen, Giannis isn't a great shooter anyways, but he has been working on his shot. So I think upgrading that three would make it even more like Giannis, but that's going to require me to grind a whole new build. With this build in particular, we're not shooting threes, but we can shoot mids, as I said, especially, listen, 11 shooting badges, 65, 67 mid-range, whatever it was. You're going to be able to shoot mids no problem. But we're talking a whole lot about stuff that's not really that important and not what this build is all about. This is a Giannis Antetokounmpo Legend build. What are we looking to do? Well, that intro clip is a teaser for everything to come in this video. Ridiculous defensive plays, great interior finishing, and the ability to create off the bounce, create off the dribble without being somebody that's, you know, going crazy with, you know, like a Kyrie or an Allen Iverson or something. Obviously, Giannis isn't out there dribbling like that, but he can create off the bounce. And with all these playmaking badges, with the gold quick first step, that type of stuff allows you to create off the dribble, even with a build that only has a 60 ball handling. But you're going to see what we're able to do in terms of the size up packages, the hop steps, all that type of stuff. Now, inside, I'm telling you right now, he was already a beast. But adding on badges like Acrobat, Hall of Fame, consistent finisher, Hall of Fame. That's allowing layups that maybe would go in before, let's say 3 out of 4 times. Now they're going in like 9 out of 10 times. Like, they're so consistent how he finishes around the basket. And what really makes it Giannis-esque is you're going to see, even when he misses, he's so agile, he's so explosive, and his wingspan, his height, everything, it allows him to get the offensive rebound. I watch Giannis games, he drives to the hoop, misses it. Within 1 second, he's grabbed the rebound and dunked it already. And you're going to see my build do that multiple times out here because, you know, with rebound chaser, and like I said, you can even put on putback boss if you want. I mean, he's just a beast. Look at missed layup, board, up, dunk. Very, very Giannis-esque. And it might not be the most spectacular thing to watch. Even in real life, it's not the most spectacular thing, but it's really, really effective. And in 2K, it's really effective as well. So listen, I really feel like this is a great representation of Giannis. It was already pretty good, and a lot of people said they made it and really enjoyed it. But hitting legend on it, man, the build is a freak of nature now. And especially, look at, you get takeover. You can't speed boost, but you can hop step. Look at miss, board, and 1 over 2 people. At this point, I'm just testing out the build. I'm just seeing, like, what is it really capable of? And this dude in the purple, by the way, is a rebounding wing. Like, he's actually a defensive build. And this is how we're finishing on him, like, in the paint. Look at, again, not speed boosting anything crazy off the dribble, but you can create. Get him to jump, drive right in, easy dunk. Now, Giannis is having another MVP type season. The dude's averaging, like, 29 or 30 points per game, double-digit rebounds, about 6 assists on crazy efficiency. He has the highest PER in NBA history right now for a single season. Now, obviously, there's plenty of games to play and anything can happen, but he's on pace to break the record for PER. Wilt Chamberlain holds the record for PER in a single season. When you're breaking Wilt Chamberlain's records, you're doing something that, listen, they say Wilt should just have a record book of his own. And you're going to break one of his records, you know you're doing something right. On top of that, he has the Bucks on pace to win over 70 games this season. It's definitely a historic season for him and the Bucks, and it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out, from the MVP race to the playoffs to the NBA Finals. All that stuff is going to be really, really interesting to see what happens. Because let's be honest, last year in the playoffs, Giannis got exposed a little bit. And I don't mean it like in a bad, I mean, I guess it's in a bad way, but I don't mean it as a shot at him. A lot of players have gone through this. Jordan had to go through it. LeBron had to go through it. Kobe, everyone had to go through it. You get into the playoffs, all of a sudden teams are game planning for you 7 times in 2 weeks. It's not the regular season where you play someone, then you don't play them for 3 months. You're game planning for someone. And they walled up and didn't let Giannis in the paint and made him shoot jump shots. And they won the first 2 games. And then once they walled up, the Bucks and Giannis lost 4 straight games, and Giannis did not play well. I want to see what he does this year. He's worked on his shot. Absolutely, he's a better shooter now. Got a couple more kind of weapons in the arsenal from the perimeter. And I'm really excited to see if Giannis is going to have a good bounce back in the postseason and show everyone, listen, you can't just wall up in the paint. I can hit this shot. I can step back and shoot the 3 ball. Even under pressure, in big playoff moments. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, the dude, let's not take anything away from him. He's a one-of-a-kind player on track for a Hall of Fame career. And listen, I love watching him. He's one of the most fun players to watch in the NBA. But let's see what happens with the rest of the season, see what happens in the playoffs and all that type of stuff. And we'll assess things after, all the pieces fall where they may. But one thing I want to mention, I believe I have 1 spot left on my player builder. Like, I think you get 10 or 11. I forget exactly what the number is, but I have 1 spot left. Who do you guys want me to create? And don't listen. A lot of you guys be trolling, making Alex Caruso build or stuff like that. I would love to, but you have to realize I only have a limited number of player spots. Who do y'all want to see? I'm thinking I could, since I'm legend, I get the 40 extra badges. I could go with an actual tall, shooting, playmaking with a little bit of defense and finishing in it somewhere. Kevin Durant type build. It's going to be really hard, but I think I could pull it off. Kevin Durant. I could go with a historic player, maybe like a Michael Jordan or Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, maybe a player like that. Or I don't know who else. You guys let me know down in the comments. If you made it all the way this far in the video, we're about 10 minutes into this video. First of all, I appreciate you for sticking around. Make sure y'all drop a like if you forgot. But I'm going to leave it in your hands since you guys are the loyal ones sticking around for the whole video. Comment down below. Comment down below which legend NBA player build you want me to make with my last slot. And I'll do my best to make it happen, man. But listen, this is legend Giannis. Now, I know the gameplays were on the 2s. I'm going to bring another video with him playing on the 3s because I think that's where he's really going to flourish, similar to Giannis in real life. The transition game, grabbing the rebound, going coast to coast, stuff like that. It's going to be crazy. But listen, drop a like on the video. Sub up if y'all are new. This has been legend Giannis Antetokounmpo, 99 overall in NBA 2K20. I'm out. Peace.